What up? So that last episode, that was dope because it was a setup for what's to come. We got Maeve getting her levels turned all the way up. She not playing no games. Um, you have the head of the board, Tessa Thompson. She showed up, trying to see what part she's gonna play in it. Of course, they want to wrangle in Ford, but it has to be more to that. You got Teresa. She was doing some crazy sabotage shit. What is she up to? Old girl seems to have been kidnapped, or killed or something like that. But I'm not sure that's what took place. But and we still have those who are taking part in the maze. So now we get to see where this goes. So let's start the episode.
Have you seen Elsie? She was supposed to give me a hand on something.
No, according to the system, she started her leave today.
Elsie gone like a motherfucker.
If they applied half as much energy to their work as they have to second-guessing my team's investigation.
It's all over.
Are you sure?
Yes.
She referring to his team. You mean him? Say him. Get off his back. Trying to hold the brother man back. Oh, okay. That's why he got sent up to the room.
That person has the ability to snap his fingers and erase the value of that empire. You have to make sure you have a contingency.
They trying to swipe his shit.
They require a blood sacrifice.
She about to fuck this whole shit up. One of these newcomers might say something to her and she'd slap his fucking face off. She responded to it. Every time she's walked, she never paid attention to that. Nobody trying to hear this bullshit music all the time. I hear it every goddamn day. I'm making choices in this bitch. I fuck with Maeve heavy if y'all can't tell. Ford is there? Freeze! Freeze!
Quick before the guests upstairs finish up.
Oh
Whatever
no,
she
no.
did
They coming for
was
old girl.
serious.
Back home, there's a woman, Juliet, and her father owns the company where I work.
What the fuck is he doing? I understand. Oh yeah, like why are you messing this thing up right now?
I'm sorry.
I don't know what the fuck this nigga doing. What was the point of that? Nigga, this shit ain't real. I don't give a fuck how you feel or how she seem. She's made out of various polymers, sir. All sorts of composite material. She has that new car smell. Well, that's probably gone away after all this time.
Miss Hill, I was not aware those with your level of insight.
I hope he stun on her. I hope she try it and he let her have it. I don't understand what they think that's gonna do. Like Ford is gonna be like, oh my wonderful creations. What am I to do now? He'll be like, suck my dick. My shit ain't do that.
The concern with the reveries is that the host will remember some of their experiences and act on them.
This plan trash. This a fucking Saved by the Bell ass plan.
After all, this was your responsibility. Assuming that you have nothing to share with us in terms of your culpability.
Oh, I get the plan. Okay. To finally get him to me. Oh. It's still trash.
Then you're fired.
Cool. Like what? This nigga falling in love. I agree with the friend who was a scumbag. I agree with him now. Boy, I've taken a turn on this episode. They about to chop at y'all with that Gatling. Oh, Confederados. Got him. Boom. Now let him have it. Y'all making all this damn racket. The Ghost Nation about to show up and shut all this shit down. Hey, Dolores, turn on that shit, man. There we go. Bye. Oh, man, she got carried away. Oh. Ghost time. Yo, that's dope. That looked dope as hell. That was a good scene. That's what she drew?
It's real.
Oh, there you go.
Find out now.
That interaction was interesting. She just memorized everybody's face in that motherfucker.
And after countless cycles of repetition, these hosts, they were varying. They were on the verge of some kind of change.
Now she's in over her head. She was just trying to get ahead.
Talk to her. You first.
Mm-mm. Uh-uh.
You think I'm scared of death? I've done it a million times.
Oh my God.
Fucking great at it. How many times have you died? Because if you don't help me,
Oh my
I'll kill you.
God. If I liked her, if my love for her was a 10, that bitch through the roof. That was some of the coldest verbiage a nigga has ever spit on the motherfucking, on a show. My God. She said, I'm used to dying, but you ain't. You ain't. I don't think you'll make it back from the other side. You want to see? Let's go, Maeve.
The corporation was concerned he'd destroy all of the park's IP on his way out the door.
You think I would have let him destroy all of the hosts, all of our work?
I said this about the IP, like, they don't want anything to get out.
The more I think I understand the hosts, it's the human beings who confuse me.
That should be the motto for this show. I fuck with the writers of this episode, man. Yeah, they did a good job.
They're programmed to ignore this place. They literally couldn't see it if they were staring right at it.
What's behind this door?
Mm-mm.
What door?
What is this place?
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Nope.
Slower than our machines back at the Mesa, but we'll render a host in a few days.
How come he couldn't see the door? How come he couldn't see the door?
Doesn't look like anything to me.
You're a fucking monster.
Am I? You were the one who would so blithely destroy all of them. Even him, I suppose. After everything you have shared.
What the hell are you talking about?
The moment he said he couldn't see the door, I knew.
Did you tell him to...
The intimacies were your idea.
Bow! Ford is that
I
nigga!
think
My son. They're real. I was a father. My poor boy.
that's enough, Bernard. Mustn't get yourself worked up.
Holy shit, man. I haven't said that. I just got a smile on my face. Because holy shit.
Maybe it doesn't matter that we have accomplished so much for the basest of reasons. But of course, the peacock can barely fly. It lives in the dirt, pecking insects out of the muck.
Facts. He just looking fly. But he ain't fly. And he can't fly.
The hosts are the ones who are free. Free. Here. Under my control.
He brought me here to show me this.
No, he brought you here because I asked him to.
Your time running this place, like your insane little kingdom, is over.
What you gonna do about it?
I simply wanted to tell my stories. It was you people who wanted to play God.
Facts.
A little undertaking.
You got played while trying to play him.
This time they sent you.
Oh yeah, he knows.
In order to restore things, the situation demands a blood
Sacrifice.
sacrifice.
Get her out of here. Are you recognizing?
Did you really think I would let you
Never.
take it from me?
Don't never play with Ford. Yeah. Am I not supposed to like Ford? Because I love him.
Like I said, I built all of this.
Ugh.
No, please.
Oh, damn. Oh, damn. But I do wonder who he's building right there right now. Wait a minute. If he built Dolores down there and he had him talking to Dolores. Holy shit! Because I just realized something. That just, it takes it to another level. First, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. If you are subscribed, hit the notification. Let's get into this review. I've been sitting around thinking about this show. Just thinking about it. And people have told me be prepared for the twist. I had figured out that some of those people there were hosts. I didn't know how many. In my mind, I just went, okay, they're hosts. Everyone there. Because I said earlier, nothing is allowed to leave and all that. Okay. For Bernard to be a host, the way they did it was dope. He's like, I'm going to, hey, follow me, basically. You know what? No. We going to start at the beginning. Oh, Tessa Thompson. We need a blood sacrifice, right? That's what she said. We need a blood sacrifice. Teresa had been warned by Ford. I know all and I see all. Tessa Thompson is sloppy. She thinks she's the queen. She's not. She's sloppy. She's fucking host and she's just saying everything out willy-nilly. Okay. So they come up with the plan. And the whole time I'm thinking this plan is trash. The reason I'm thinking it's trash is because I'm like, Ford can see through all of this. It's his creations. You're not going to get him to say a damn thing. And then when I realized, oh, they know that Bernard has been saying it was his code, reveries. Okay. Still didn't work. He's like, let him get fired. I don't care. Okay. Then we get to Bernard, who has now been warned that there's been satellites stuff, and Teresa has been in on it. They've been using the old satellite system to keep track of stuff that was going on and basically sabotage. Okay. He's like, I got to warn you, though, about Ford. Ford is doing some crazy stuff. And as they're going down or up to Ford's little secret hideout for his family creation, he says, I'm starting to understand the host more every day and the humans less. Now, I'm like, oh, that's the thesis for this goddamn show, right? That should be the motto for the show. Hey, I understand the host because I get the host. At least I did. I got their motivation. I got everything about them. I got what they were, who they were in this universe. The humans, I didn't get motivations. I didn't get any of that. And now I'm not saying that this is a bad thing. I'm saying as the show is progressing. That was part one. Didn't catch it. Okay. So they go inside and he's going, this place is made for the host not to see it. They walked up on it, couldn't see it if they wanted to. Right. So she goes, what's behind this door? He immediately responds, what door? Right there, I'm like, wait. I believe I said it. I'm like, wait. Like, there was a look on my face, you'll see, like, it's like, because I'm putting it together right there, like, oh, so you didn't see that? So they're going down and I'm seeing them create it. Now, my mind is still saying, no, that's not what happened. What's happening on the screen, that's the crazy part. Him creating stuff down there. We see blueprints. We see Dolores' name, who Dolores is supposedly one of the oldest. Is she one of the oldest? We'll get back to that. When she goes, what is this? I could understand the feeling she had right then and there. Could you imagine being her? You're trying to work your way up to the top Everything is going smoothly. It's going smoothly. And you think everything is going, even at its worst, right? Plan didn't work. He's showing me what he's showing me. Okay. Her stomach dropped out of her fucking body when she looked at that picture and said, "What is this?" You feel me? Like, I know this feeling. Like, I can picture her going, "What is this?" And then when he looks at it, I'm like, "Oh, okay, I get it now." But that's blowing my mind. So it's still not, like I said, I had kind of figured some of these people were hosts, right? And here's another thing that was a confirmation. The security guy, one of the security guys was a host. I don't think up until that moment on that side, they have ever acknowledged that any of the workers were hosts. I don't think they have. But when the guy was pounding on old girl that used to work at the madam's house with Maeve, they was like, okay, that's a host. Okay. So Bernard is like, wait, what? All my stories and all my... It makes sense why they chose Anthony Hopkins. I believe I said in the last episode, I don't know if I kept it in the edit. I'm like, oh, he's going into Hannibal Lecter mode at certain points. Like, there's certain points where you're like, oh, he's becoming this cold, calculated motherfucker. And that was on full display. I don't know if I'm meant to dislike him. I love this motherfucker. That shit was so fire. Because, so let's say if Maeve is 1, he's 1A for me. Because I already knew they not fucking with him, but I didn't know how deep. He set a lot of things in motion. Because as I'm thinking, everything Bernard did was his will. He sent Dolores. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Okay. The 2 guys who show up and arrive and we're doing the thing with Dolores, one of them gets left back in Pariah. Okay, wait a minute. They were talking about buying this place or something like that. Right? Weren't they talking about being from a separate company wanting this split business? Did he sick Dolores on them? Like, did he sick Dolores on them to fuck them up? Because it said Dolores on that paperwork, on that in the blueprint. I don't know. I'm not going to try to figure that out. Let's leave that there. But we got to go back to Bernard doing everything he did with her. He's the spark for her, right? He was the one who let her go and opened her up to explore more possibilities. So you mean if Ford is setting this all in motion, he did that for a purpose? Which means my thinking was, okay, yeah, everybody's doing what they're doing, but they're not accounting for Maeve and Dolores. Maeve is the only wild card right now. Dolores is still on program. Now, my question, though, is the Man in Black. That's still a question. Question mark. We're going to put that over there. Tessa Thompson came in there talking about the gods and the blood sacrifice and the IP. That was very interesting. Because if you know anything about these tech companies, you see, so a lot of people who use Apple products, right? Let's use this as an example. They think their product is what makes Apple fire. And it makes them also feel smarter because they have an Apple product, right? But what they don't know is Apple's selling point is it do all the work for you. The power is that IP, that code. The phone is, and it's been for a minute. It's basically turning into an Android. But the thing that makes it work is that code that is optimized to make you feel like you're a somebody. Even though you're not, you're paying and leasing off this expensive ass phone. We getting into that here. We got a tech company. Yeah, amusement park. Okay, people coming to do they coming to have a good time. Tessa Thompson's character said, excuse me? It's this IP we worried about, right? If you know anything about Samsung, Google, Apple, Amazon, Facebook, They always warring over some IP. I mean, full-on lawsuits that be lasting for years. Warring. Steve Jobs till his dying day hated fucking Google because one of the guys who was on the board at Apple stole that IP basically and created Android. IP being the basis for what the board cares about, while Ford cares about his actual creations. I think that storyline is dope to me. That's such a modern tale that I haven't seen it any other where done like this, but IP is what it's about in tech. Like all that other shit, cool. That's cool. Y'all buy it, but it's going to be passe in a year. But the code that we build on top of and keep making shit to keep making y'all buy it, that's what's most important. So this shit, I'm sure, is something deeper. They not just, she like, yeah, all this game, okay, cool, but they got other plans for it, right? Like the board is like, hey, Ford can do what he does, but that don't really, that don't matter to us. We just need to grab this from his hand. I already knew how Ford was, and I know they're not going to take it from him easy. I didn't know it was this deep. Once again, I say, I kind of figured some of these people were hosts, but I didn't understand how it would come about. He's all intertwined into this now, right? The only people he's probably not intertwined with is the underling. That's the way this works in big business. The underlings are not involved, even in the military and shit like that, right? Those juniors, they're not involved. And the reason I bring that up is Maeve and those two guys may be able to do what they do with Maeve because there's a war at top and no one's paying attention to the bottom. So she keeps coming in. I've said this in previous episodes. She keeps showing up. Somebody gonna figure it out. Ain't nobody probably gonna figure out a damn thing for a while because they're worried about other stuff. Ford sees all and hears all and pays attention, but there's certain things he can't account for, right? This lowly, you know what I mean? Like, it's just a host, right? She said, I need to get out of here. Now, I'm not saying this to say like I called it. I didn't call it. I didn't get it. I was like, why does it look like ruins down there? They're not releasing anything. They're not letting anything go, even though they have all these people coming. So people know it exists. They're protecting IP, right? This is interesting to me, man. We on some next level shit. Now, Maeve, them lines she said, when she said, I know how to die, pussy, but you don't, and y'all don't. So you gonna get me out this motherfucker. I'm like, Maeve. Maeve, I fuck with you, shorty. Man, I like that. This was mind-blowing. The Bernard thing, yes. But then we get into what that means for the show. Because now it's like, Dolores. Like, remember how she's like, oh, I was thinking outside of myself. Now this came from my imagination. Oh, word, it came to your imagination. This place that happens to follow this river. I don't believe it. Unless I'm overlooking something. I believe it did say Dolores on that paper. But even if it didn't, it's like he made Bernard talk to her. Am I rambling? Did y'all feel this way when y'all watch this show? Y'all let me know, man. We about to go to this next episode. I'm about to watch the next one. Let's go.